Okay, so I'm gonna build my sorter, and this is not my design. This is somebody's design that I'm copying from many years ago here. And I tried to search to see whose design it was originally, because it was from so long ago that it's more than likely one of the first people that designed it this way. And I saw like a lot of search results where it looked like people were just copying this one. And the reason that it makes sense that a lot of designs look similar to this design is the mechanics will only allow for certain things to work in a certain way. So that's why it makes sense that there's like a lot of similarities. But I didn't come up with this design. This is someone else's design, and I can't remember whose it was. I tried to figure out whose it was. And if anybody knows who the original person that designed this was, if they could let me know, so I could give credit to them. Because I don't like the idea that, you know, people try to pass off other people's designs as their own design. You know, like, that's kind of not fair to the person that sat there and designed it, like. But, yeah. And I think I'm just going to save on the glass blocks here. I am not trying to pretend I made something that I know that I didn't make. So that's pretty much the initial template. And then you put boxes and stuff in there and a bunch of hoppers. The reason for this is you stick a hopper on there. Oh crap. You stick a hopper on there and then remove the block afterward. Usually I make this out of glass so that I can just leave the block there. But the other reason is when you break the blocks, they have a tendency to fall into stuff. Like the Farscape theme, oops, stuck in my head. Why is it doing that? I'm going to start out with a simple sorter, you know, something just for mining, like something that sorts out dirt and all the basic blocks that you would get from mining. I might even want to make it a few blocks higher because I can't really easily dig down. So, yeah. But this is like the template here. And this is where the catch-all box goes. Wait, did I mess this up again? I think it did. Eh, maybe not. Maybe I didn't mess it up. So I need a box here. This should be right. And then you put like, let's start with dirt. You put like a stack in here and then pick up half of it and go this way. And then anything over 18, because it should be 24 total, or what is it, 22, will stop this from lighting up this one, which means it stops this hopper from putting anything in the box. But as anything goes through this main box where you dump the stuff in, it can only go into a slot if it matches whatever block that you put in there. And since it only goes up above the point where the comparator will light up this torch, you can have it set up like this to it'll only shut off the torch to allow stuff through the box for each item. But this is not my design. This is someone else's, but I don't know who. And there's been so many variations of the design because of the nature of the mechanics of the redstone that there's a lot of them that look really, really similar to this, but I would have to say that when I first made this design and the person whose design I copied, they were probably the first one to do it this way. So we got dirt. We have the extension boxes here. Oops. I think this is shutting this one off too. Which supposed to not, it's not supposed to work like that. Ah, that's why, it's because I messed it up. Nope, same thing. It's been a while since I've built this, so. And I don't like putting the hoppers straight down. I like to alternate the hoppers. So that way it'll always feed into the lowest box. Takes up like one extra block of space, but in order to get this hopper away from there, crap. Make sure we got no other junk in anything. So this row that's facing out into nothing is where you put the 18 and then the 4, which is 22. But as soon as it goes up above 18, and since it only gets filtered in by one by one, with the nature of the way that the hoppers work, it'll only ever put off enough redstone to shut off that one torch, is the way that it's supposed to work. So let's do cobblestone. But since it has no place to go, the nice part is that once you get the boxes lined out the way that they're supposed to be, they're relatively easy to replicate. You know, like once you get the pattern working, it's relatively easy to get the pattern to go. But I'm out of boxes. Bloody, bloody, blah. Oh, some weirdness there. You know, I think I'm gonna make a jungle tree chopper, because this works, you know, having the big chunk of tree here, but it's just faster to grow the 4. I think I'll just chop this down for right now. Don't think I'm gonna chop down the whole cluster of trees though. Just do 2 rows. Now the question is, did I go far enough? Not really. I mean, I don't really want to have to reassemble this, but I should probably come back by a few blocks. Come out one block, maybe start it here. I know it's crazy to tear this thing apart, but it's not really that hard to build once you know how. And I want it to be positioned right, and I don't want to have to worry about running over the map. And before I get too much more of it built. And because of space, I think I'm going to raise it up by a block, because I usually like to put auto smelters in there, like something that'll filter out the gold ore and run it through a blast furnace, and something that'll like filter out sand and, you know, run that through a regular furnace, something that'll filter out netherrack. And you kind of need like space to put that on the bottom filter. And because of that, I should probably raise it up even a few more blocks. Just because, like, so if I make that the bottom layer, yeah. Yeah, see, now I've got some more space here to work with, both vertically and like it's kind of centered a little bit more. And like I know I'm gonna have to add more map to this at some point. The thing I'm not sure of is, where do I want to like place the scaffolding where it's not going to be in the way, where I'm going to have to remove it again. Well, at least as I'm building stuff anyway. And I think I'm out of this brick here. But yeah, like, it would be nice if I came up with this design on my own. But no, it's someone else's. And it works so well that I don't have any reason to try to make a better one. And I don't think that I could make a better one. So if I put this here, it's going to be messed up, right? Yeah. So now let's do dirt. And it'll only ever allow something through if it goes greater than 18 in this one slot. And having the 1 in each other slot means that as any other block goes through this hopper pipe on the top, it can't add it to this hopper because it doesn't match any of the blocks in there. So now if I just repeat this pattern, I usually put an item frame on there, which, do I have a bunch of item frames made? Yeah. He had to think about it for a little bit. He was like, ha. Yeah, the targeting gods are being kind of unforgiving here. And that's a little bit frustrating about the scaffolding. Is like, I understand like wanting to go, you know, have control to go down with stuff, but like, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to put a temporary line of cobblestone here so I can build this. So I need to crouch to be able to place the hopper on the box, so. I know I'm gonna fall right through when I try to do this. Let me put the... No! You know what? No. I don't think I'm far enough out. There we go. Cool. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could crouch like that on the bottom layer of this stuff. Well, that works out pretty well. Ow. So this is the catch-all box where anything that doesn't match anything gets filtered through. And again, this is not my design. I'm not trying to pretend it's my design. But it is the one that I like the best, even though it costs a ton of iron. But since I've got, you know, my first optimized golem farm that I've ever built, and just crazy amounts of iron, kind of don't have to worry about it. Like, I'm gonna have to add a bigger box. So everything up here is good, right? And hooking auto smelters up to this, like instead of having a box for this, like you'd have like a few boxes up here, and then from this part it would go into like the auto cooker. You know, whether it be a furnace or a blast furnace or a smoker. I mean, blast furnaces and smokers didn't exist the last time that I built one of these, which it doesn't really change the design of it. It's the same thing as this. It's the same thing as these. It's just hooked into the system to where the input box and the input hopper on the top of the smoker or the top of the furnace or the top of the blast furnace gets fed the raw material. So you don't have to worry about separating it out to cook it. And then, you know, you could hook like a lava bucket feeder to it. Or you could just have, you know, you're basically just putting the auto cooker on this thing is pretty much all you're doing. It used to be kind of essential to have this because there was a period where they just added all the new like decoration blocks, like the diorite and the andesite and the granite and stuff. And since they were sparse, you'd only get like a stack of them. So you'd have like a small stack of them every time you went mining. And it was just easy to throw your entire mining inventory into that box, have it auto sorted and auto cooked, without having to worry about disposing of the odd blocks. I call them the odd blocks. So I think the next one I'm gonna make is, should probably do cobbled deep slate next. That's probably what I should do. No, I should probably do gravel next. Is probably what I should do. But the very first ones that you want to do is like dirt and cobblestone and like stuff like that. Am I already out of hoppers? Yeah. Ha. Jump into this soggy bed here. Yeah, it's cool. You can hook note blocks up to this end, and it'll play a corresponding note to you can also make this a music box, because if you put one block here, like if you do, like, you know, cobblestone and then dirt, cobblestone, dirt, cobblestone, dirt, cobblestone, dirt, whatever note corresponds to whatever thing here, it'll play a melody. I mean, the timing of it isn't perfect because it takes a little bit more time for the stuff to get down here than it does anywhere else, but like, you can make it play the Zelda secret sound just based on what pattern of notes you put in here, and then you can have a row of dispensers that you can make this a pre-programmed sequenced event timer in addition to a sorter, because as it sorts it, it lights up one of these blocks, which you can use that as an output to power sequenced things. So it's a sorter. Now see, that part is my design. I used the initial design and turned it into a pre-programmable potion machine and a pre-programmable music box. Like whatever ingredients that you want to add to a potion, you can have like a bunch of droppers that fire in sequence that add the ingredients for a particular potion to this thing, and as it sorts them, it fires out the ingredients into the potion machine. I mean, it's kind of overkill. It's like over-engineered to whereas you could just have the same droppers fire out the same stuff into the brewing stands, where you kind of don't need this. But like, I just wanted to see if I could make that work, and I can, and it does. But as far as like playing music and stuff goes, you can make it do that too. Because it's gonna eat from the left to the right in a box. Like it's gonna eat this block and then this block and then this block and then this block. So you can arrange different patterns of blocks in different rows in the dispenser. So like if you wanted to have a row of dispensers that added the blocks in the order that the Zelda secret sound notes would play, you just go over and hit a button, it fires out the dispensers into the collection box, and it'll play the Zelda secret sound. Which I think I'm going to do that, at least. I'm not going to do the automated potion thing or anything like that. But, yep. I'm looking at my zombie list. Golem farm. Passively spawn like 9 golems every 30 seconds. It's nice. But again, I'm almost 100% certain that having the zombie is only necessary if you only have 3 villagers. But I mean, if you're going to have 3 villagers, why not have 5 villagers and not have to use the zombie? Because the zombie doesn't make it happen any faster. Because even if it did happen faster than 30 seconds, it's still limited by the 30 seconds. So, I mean, if this whole thing is the 30 seconds and this is sooner and this is later, and having the zombie makes this happen here, it still has to run out the whole time before it can reset to spawn a zombie again. So having it do it passively without a zombie and without a bell, it's the same thing. You can't make it go faster than what the limitations are. mean, there's the chance that I misinterpreted something and I'm wrong about it, because that happens. But I'm pretty sure that I'm right about it. So what is the next block I want to put in here? It's probably cobbled deep slate, but I don't have any. So I'm gonna have to go get some. I don't have any bombs or TNT or a source of gunpowder because I haven't built a darkroom spawner yet. So I'm gonna have to go quarry some out. I mean, this is a good spot as any, so like, I think I'm just gonna do a straight line if I find diamonds or something. Do you have any torches? I got some. A crevasse. Oh! Ow. Alright. I don't have monster sounds on. This is coming from lava. It's probably coming from lava. Diamonds. Plus I need some redstone. Oh no, this connected over to another spot that I've already explored. I mean, even just a little bit, but... And I'm lost. Creeper. What? No. Yeah, I'm not sure why I came down here with all this junk on me. Derp, 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 derpy derp, derp, derp. That would be the reason that I do most of the stuff that I do. It would be derp, derp, derpy derp. So somewhere is that tunnel that leads back right up to the surface. And I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Chicken, chicken, chicken. I haven't heard the hum-ha in a long time. You don't want to put too much in here when you go to filter this. It will always stop on 18 with the 4 blocks over here. So the total will always be 22, but you want those 4 blocks there. If you put like a whole stack or like shift click everything in here, it'll overpower this and cause other stuff to leak out of the machine. So you gotta, when you're putting stuff like, when you're setting it up, like see how these don't have anything in it? When you're setting it up, you have to make sure that you're careful about not overloading the comparator, because it will get messed up, like it will get overloaded. This is probably the least amount of mining I think I've done since I've played Minecraft. Moo. I've gotten so used to everything being quiet with all the sound turned off that kind of reminded me of how irritating the cows can be. Oh, I need hoppers. Yes, moo, right in my ear. Yeah, I know. Moo, 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 ma. I mean, this used to be like totally essential. Like, it was just so convenient to be able to come back from mining and just dump all of your inventory, you know, minus your tools and stuff, into this sorting thing and have it sorted and cooked and everything else. And like, I mean, but now that I'm able to do this and have free iron and turn it into emeralds, XP, and a full diamond suit, and like, you know, all of the other stuff that you can buy from the villagers, like, I mean, it kind of makes mining obsolete in Minecraft. You still have to go out and get coal, you still have to go out and get redstone, but like, that's about it. I mean, it's easier to go out into the nether to get gold. And it's like you were kind of forced into mining, and now it's kind of just like an alternative. And I think it's funny because it's, you know, a game called Minecraft. I mean, it's still essential to have a sorter, but like slightly less so. A little bit less so. Right? So the moo. The ha. So now that one torch should be off. Yep. Cool. And since I don't stack them, because I've seen other people do this and stack these to where all the hoppers are lined up, it makes it a little easier to build that way, but this way it's a top down, the bottom is always full box, whereas the other way that doesn't happen, and you end up with like some in this box and some in this box, and if you take it out of this box and not this box, doing it this way, it auto regulates so that the whole, you know, section of items is always, the bottom box is always full, and you don't have to resort your sorter, doing it like, you know, box, hopper, box, like this, like in a kind of snake looking pattern. The oops. But again, this is not my design, and I give credit to whoever originally came up with it, because it was not me. So, what should the next block be? I mean, I've got tough here. May as well, like, just so it's sorted. Then I guess I could do sand and then sandstone. One of the simplest sorters in the game that you can make is if you take a hopper and you do this same thing in the hopper. Like, I like to use it to sort out chickens, raw chicken and feathers. What you do is you just put like a line of just raw chicken, and then you put like just a line of just feathers. So then you hook both of those up to the bottom of the storage box, and it'll sort out. It'll leave everything that's not raw chicken and everything that's not feathers, but you can't have a box hooked up to it because it'll empty out the hopper. So I mean, literally just one hopper hooked up to, you know, two hoppers hooked up to the bottom of a box that don't go into anything. So, you know, it acts as a temporary, you know, small storage filter for a machine. So like, I think I did that in my other playthrough of Minecraft that I never finished. The one that I was live streaming. I got a playlist. It's in my playlist somewhere. It's the world was called That Creeper Is a Spy. But yeah. Which I don't always do that. And I forget why I stopped playing that one. I think it's because I don't really know why. I don't remember why. I don't remember why I started a new survival playthrough either. I mean, I wasn't doing horrible in that playthrough, and nothing had really particularly gone wrong or wasn't the way that I wanted it to be or anything. I think I just forgot about it. I think I was doing other stuff. Like, I've still got a classic mode Terraria that I haven't really worked on. It's like, yeah, I know that's not great, but I mean, I do like the freedom of not having to worry. You know, it's like, if I were in a group of people playing on a server or something, like, I would feel bad for leaving them hanging. You know, like, you know, they expect you to play Minecraft. Well, it's like, well, sometimes I don't feel like playing Minecraft. It's like the same thing that, like, I still have to do nuclear power and put in my sorter for, my parts toolbox for Satisfactory, which I haven't been playing Satisfactory. I mean, after all the time that I put into the new map and everything, like. But I mean, it's not that it's a bad game, it's not that there's anything wrong with it, I just kind of don't feel like it. And I am really enjoying playing Minecraft. This is probably my best playthrough ever. I mean, especially because of this, and especially because of that. This is something new that I've never done before, is a golem farm. I did do an old school village when you had to have valid doors, but... what am I gonna sort into here? And it, like, the real, like, right now, like, I'm super excited about being able to build this order. Because it's modular, you just repeat that pattern. And like, if you want to add more of them, you tear this box off and just add more of the same thing. And the downside of this is it uses a lot of iron, but I don't have to worry about iron anymore. Like, the And the reason that I'm not picking everything out of the box and sorting it is because when you're building this and when you're setting it up, you don't really want to be sorting stuff through the hoppers as you're messing with stuff, because it will clog, it will mess up. I mean, you will put the wrong amount of thing at the wrong time, and it's just easier to make sure that you know, don't do that. Like, let's do diorite. Do I even have to jump up there? Well, see, the reason that I like to put the staircase is I'm not sure which one I'm on, so let's make sure that I'm on this one. So we got diorite. And so long as you give yourself enough time to get down to the next one, and it's not sorting as you're doing stuff, you know, doing stuff with the hoppers up here, then that's fine. But just as like a best practice kind of thing, like, you don't want to, you don't want it to mess up. Like, did I already use all those boxes? Yes, I did. Moo, 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 moo. Which, I gotta put fortune on this axe. And you know, I think I'm gonna end up going to jungle wood anyway and making the big tree, because this is gonna take a while to remake this, to regrow all these trees. And I've got plenty of bone meal and plenty of sources of bone meal. Moo, 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 moo. Moo. And if I don't take the time to replant these and wait for the leaves to melt, wait for the leaves to disappear, then I won't have any saplings to replant it. Moo, 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 moo. Is there another piece of wood in here? Probably. No, it looks like it's going now. Moo, moo. Kitty cat. Moo. I'm trying not to yawn into the microphone. Yeah, this is good enough for right now. I am going to have to switch over to the jungle trees. Which I could probably wait to do that. I'm gonna have to empty that box. I guess sand and then glass and then sandstone. So you gotta go get a handful of sand. Wait, do I have andesite over there? I mean, I'm not sure what I have in the sorting thing. I mean, I've got glass. I know I've got sandstone. I gotta go get some sand. And I don't want to mess with this sand because I have to fill in the hole. But this one I can kind of just dig through. Just enough to get a handful of it. And I'll fix this later. But the fix it later part, I don't want to have that part be over by where, you know, my garden is. Sand and then glass. Oh crap. The boo-boo. What was I doing? Getting tired here. Hoppers. And sand is another one that you can hook a auto cooker up to, so it just automatically turns the sand into glass. Which I should probably put a crafting table over here. Just so I can make whatever out of whatever. I use this typically just mostly for block storage. And I usually have like a redstone toolbox. Usually. So, glass. Right, that is glass, right? But so long as it stacks up to 64, I think it's 64. Only the stuff that stacks up to 64 you can put through the sorting machine. But you can make like a redstone section that sorts out redstone blocks, repeaters, torches, comparators, anything that stacks up to 64. Let's see, sandstone. Already going to have to add more stuff to sort more blocks, like, and then you do like a wood section, and if the colors are the same as the color next to it, I try to put like a separator block between it, in the sense like you don't want to put andesite next to gravel, copper, stone, and like cobblestone, because they all look the same. Which is why I didn't put this next to this, even though it only kind of resembles it, like sandstone. But yeah, this whole thing is just going to continue this way. Like, as I get materials and as I add, like, get new blocks, and like eventually I want to have a thing for everything that I could store in the box. So I could just go over to the magic box up there and just throw everything in there, and it just automatically goes to where it's supposed to go. Moo, moo, moo. Oh no. Why did it sound like there was two? Where did the second one go? No. Yeah, there we go. Like, I think I already need more, cobbled deep slate to be quarried out. But yeah, my whole starter crafting area is gonna have to be duplicated. Like, I want to get a stone cutter over there. Do I not have a stone cutter? How do you make a stone cutter? Oh, it's not gonna show me because I'm not looking at the table. So stone. I still need to add a stone sorting thing. The moo. Moo. Wait. I'm just using these because I have an excess of them. From leveling the librarians with nothing else to do with them. And they look pretty cool, especially with the dark cobbled deep slate. Ow. The other nice part about this is that once you reach maximum storage capacity, since everything's already sorted into the corresponding boxes, you can just turn around and then make a stack of that duplicate of box, and then take it out of the bottom box and put it like one box at a time into the other like secondary storage. Because the functional part that sorts everything is already there, plus it has like a relatively decent storage capacity, so it'll take a little while for it to get full. But rather than try to rebuild a duplicate thing, or you know, end up with something that is like, you know, all the way up in the sky and it's just boxes, it's just easier to, like, you know, because I know eventually I'm gonna fill up the thing with dirt. If I put just a stack of boxes, like maybe 3 high or whatever, of dirt, then you can continue using the sorter until it gets full again. But it makes it easy to empty. Guess I'll put stone here, I guess. Which I still need to add more hoppers. Which I'm gonna need even more wood. Which I'm probably gonna have to switch over to the jungle trees. Which I'm probably gonna have to make a jungle tree chopper. Which is basically, it's just a ladder. And I think I'm going to remove this whole thing and put 4 blocks in the middle. Remove these 2 lines and put 4 blocks in the middle, and then make a ladder that goes up from the side to where I can just like build scaffolding. You know, the ladder goes up from here and you can climb over to the top of the jungle tree and chop your way down. And then any of the saplings, or most of the saplings, should fall in the water. So, yeah, let me get the saplings, and then first let me make the hoppers. Moo. Like, I don't really want to move anything, but no, well, whatever. I'll just put the stone after the sandstone. Moo, moo, moo. Hey, let me check something here. Yeah, I think my stack of ladders is over at the village. And I do have some wood over here already. Cool. The hi. So, I guess I should make the ladder over here. Shouldn't interfere with the jungle tree. I can get like a running start and ow. Oh. I didn't miss. I wanted to get down to put the ladder back up. I missed the water, is what I missed. Now that should collect the majority of the saplings. We snow. Like I said, this does require a lot of materials, but it's totally worth it. The Was that all my boxes? Yes, it was. Yeah, I really like this stone. So let me finish putting the top line. So I'm gonna start from over here. Moo. And I could probably like just complete the rest of this. You know, as much as I have the pattern to do so for, but doing it that way makes it confusing because then you don't know where you left off, and if you get distracted like I always do, you're not going to remember what you left off on or what like stage you left off on. You're going to have to like inspect the machine to be like, what was I doing? So, yeah. And all of this stuff is eventually going to be put through the sorter. And I am kind of trying to prioritize stuff, like the stuff that I know I'm going to have some of. I mean, like, should I do the nether stuff? Like, should I do the nether stuff next? Like, I want to put all the different woods together. I want to put, like, all the different, you know, all the stuff from the nether in one spot. I want to put, like, you know, all the redstone parts in one section. But like for stuff that you know that you're not going to have a lot of stuff of that particular stuff, like it doesn't really make sense to do that before you do other stuff. Like this smooth stone here, which I didn't realize that I already had some cooked. It doesn't make sense for me to do that one because I don't really have a lot of it. The same thing with the mossy cobblestone here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, because I'm not really in a hurry. I'm gonna take the time to get the materials to make everything that I can sort eventually. So I may as well. I mean, I don't really make a lot of smooth stone, so like, I've already got all the essential stuff already done, like all the basic stuff from just mining stuff. Should I start doing redstone parts? I guess I should do these. So I like these blocks. It'd be nice to have them separated out. Gonna have to do dripstone. And then after that, I guess I'll do the nether stuff. And then I guess after that I should probably do the deep slate bricks. Well, I already used all those boxes and all that wood. Wow. Oh crap. That's not good. Yeah, I gotta add another box here. Yeah, I've got a little bit of iron here. No, it looks like my estimate of 7.5 stacks of 64 iron blocks is right. Wow. Oh, holy crap. Yeah. Jeez. I mean, how am I even going to, I mean, I'm gonna have to add at least a second or third box, and I'm totally out of wood. I have to chop down more trees. No, My farm is working. Holy crap. I mean, just since I ran away, like, there's already 3 stacks of iron. Like... What was that, 4 stacks of iron just since I ran back up to the... So, I mean, how am I gonna do this? Oh wow, so it's not going to take up that water yet, huh? Yeah, you don't need a zombie. Ooh. Pigman peeked his head through the portal and got slammed back through the portal. Ha. I really hope I get the shepherd that wants the red dye pretty soon. And this is all just iron blocks. Like that's crazy. And all you gotta do to turn the thing back on is... No, it should spawn all 9 of them all at once. Or very close to all at once. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's already 9 golems in the pit there. And no zombie. You know, what I'm probably gonna have to do is put in a whole underground room there in the water, and I'm gonna have to, like, you know, mop up all the water blocks and put like a staircase or something and put like a whole stack of chests to collect iron and poppies in. I mean, I could even make like a mini sorter that's just 2 of these rows, and one of them is iron and one of them is poppies. Like over there. But the problem with that is, I mean, eventually it's gonna get full anyway, and then it'll clog the thing. And it'll have to go to the overflow anyway, so it's just easier to keep emptying out the box. Wonder how much is already in the box. It's already a stack of iron. Whee! No, this just works pretty good. Come on. That's satisfying. That makes me real happy. I mean, It's working. And I don't even need to put in the zombie. And then there's these 5 stacks. Oh no, it's way more than 5. All these stacks of blocks of iron over here. And with all the hoppers that I just made on top of it, plus all the other ones in the other box. Well, like I had said all that time ago when I was building the very first not optimized, not great version. No, now I can literally probably just not have to chop down trees and build stuff just out of iron blocks. It's like, what? Yeah, I think I hit the point where I can probably build stuff out of emerald blocks. Just with as many people over there in the village that trade for iron. And I'm still not even done working with the villagers over there. Not only did I need a break, but I did need to build a sorter. That's crazy. And it's just passive, like, I mean, and I've never had an iron farm before. It was just easier to go out and get as much iron as I needed for whatever project. Maybe to make sure I had a iron suit, like a suit of armor, and I hardly ever die. So it's not like I'm just always losing armor and tools and everything, so it's like... I'm not complaining. Like, this is freaking awesome. No, that was a fair estimate. That's like, what, 4,320 blocks an hour? Or, brick, or ingots? That's crazy. I mean, I think that works out to almost an iron ingot a second. Like if I wait a minute, I mean that's like a stack of iron a minute. Give or take a little bit, like. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna call it a video and come back and work on this. I don't want the video to run too long. I wonder how much iron I wasted because the box was full. Is the other thing, like, that's insane. But yeah, I think I'm calling it a video here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm clicking the button right now.